I think for the children, I think we feel quite unprepared because we didn't really bring anything with us, any water. So imagine if you just left your home and you're just walking, you're not knowing where you're going. We've really got no food, not eaten since breakfast. We don't really know when we're going to eat again or actually what time we're going to meet our destination. So it's all a bit not knowing really what's going to happen.
It's given me an experience, and I'm sure there's more to come, to see what it's like to be in the open, in the cold, and to walk through with your backpack. And now we're going towards our camp and spend the night there, and that will be another experience of spending a night in the open cold without any heating, without any warmth. So I think this will really change the way I think and take things for granted and think of those people who are in this situation, who have been in this situation for a long time and maybe will be in it for a long time to come.
So we want to do something completely different and say to people, look, put yourself in their shoes, feel what they feel, and then you will understand and realize why it is so important for us to provide these winter survival packs, why they need them to survive, because they're very basic. We're talking about warm clothes and boots for children. We're talking about stoves to keep the family warm. We're talking about mattresses and blankets so that they can sleep at night. And of course, food packs for them to survive. So it sounds very basic, but when you're out here in the cold at night, you will start to realize and appreciate why they're so important and essential for survival. So far, we've gone through a lot of rural area, we've gone through a lot of muddy fields, difficult paths. We had to go past an electrified fence as well, which was quite dangerous. And the team that are with us, the participants that are behind me, they found it quite difficult.
It's getting dark here. Actually, it's going to be dark in 20 minutes. So I hope somebody's got some torches on there. And then, yeah, some of them are feeling tired. My wife's feeling tired. Some of the kids are getting tired. It's been a long trek. And I've been told that they might have some food at the camp. But I don't know the full schedule. But I suppose we get a small taste of what it's like to be a refugee. But I'm sure it must be very terrible. At least we know that we're going to get something later on. And I suppose refugees don't know where they're going to go and where they're going to sleep.
When they arrive at the camp itself, then we'll register them formally as we would in a refugee camp, where we take people's details down and actually take down a needs assessment for them. I think a few people are still praying, but what we're going to do in the meantime, we've finally made it back to camp. Check your papers, make sure you've got the right paperwork. You're going to get your stamp and you're going to get your meal. You're going to get one cup and you're going to get water. You're going to have to look after that cup because we've only got one each. So if you lose it, you'll have to share with someone else, or you're going to have to work something else out. Yep, take a tuna and a glass. And keep this for your breakfast tomorrow, lunch and dinner later on. Okay, next. And the paperwork. Okay, next. We've got a basic food pack that we've prepared, similar to the ones that we give to refugee families out in Lebanon and Jordan and so on, where they will get the tinned food, the dry food, and they'll have to make their own meals in the evening. So we have outdoor cooking, we've got open fires with obviously the safety precautions in place, where they'll be cooking their own meals tonight. Next. So you don't have an ID number? I can't accept that. You have to go back to your registration and get an ID number. The ID number's blank. Yeah, no ID number. Yeah, I'm sorry, you've got no ID.
Get an ID number.
Okay, so guys, without the ID numbers, we can't check if your documents are legit. These we have to check against the database that we have for you. So if your number's not on there, we don't know that you're registered properly. That's why you need the number. So now you've got the right number. If anyone still doesn't know what the number is, just speak to Aisha and go back through the registration process. Tuna, cheese or salami? Tuna. We're going to have a few reflection workshops. So we're going to talk about actual Syrian families, case studies of families that have been through this journey themselves. We have a few Syrian refugees who've actually done this journey themselves, and they've arrived here in the UK.
I'm a qualified dentist, and I studied in Bath University, and I came here to the UK 3 months ago. Very odd circumstances. There were no electricity in my city, no water, no gas. Not to mention the unsafe situation that everyone's suffering from. You can't go after 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening. You can't go anywhere. If you go down the city, or if you try to go home, you might get shot. There are lots of snipers all over the city. They are in control of the highest spots. I think this is a very good idea. Just trying to send a message to the people here, just to let them know what's actually going on there, and just to participate in this thing. I mean, just to give you a very brief idea about the real thing, because whatever I say, the real thing is totally different. Totally different. But it's a very good idea just to let the people know, actually participating, even their feelings. It's like more of a psychiatric thing. We should stand all to support Syria. And this question, everyone is asking me the same question wherever I go, and I say we should be all one hand.
What refugees have to face and trying to understand more about their condition. And towards the end, I started getting tired, and I started getting a bit hungry, and it started getting cold. And this is, to me, I was uncomfortable, but really this is absolutely nothing compared to what a refugee is facing. I'm uncomfortable, but what I have on me is not all I have. That's perhaps all that a refugee has. I knew that I was going to get a meal at the end of it. I knew I'm going to have somewhere to sleep. I know I go home after this. So I think it's completely unfair to equate this to the experience of a refugee. It's nothing, and I don't think I can ever understand. I can't understand those factors, being torn away from your home, being forced to flee, worrying about your children, whether they'll be alive by the end of this experience or not. I can't understand, and I don't think I ever would. But I do know that the one thing I can take away from this is greater empathy after having had time to reflect and understand more about their experience.
I would have lost my life. I would have lost everything that I have right now in my life. I wouldn't have had a life. And I've seen some incidents in the past year or so which are so close to my heart, related to children, which really upset me when I think about it, and I haven't stopped thinking about it every day since I've seen this. It's not related to Syria, it's related to children's killing in a different country, but it's very close to my heart, and I think children anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter who they are, what color they are, mean the same to every parent. And if something did happen to my daughter, I think I would have lost the whole meaning to life. My life would have been over, as for any other parent or mother. As a mother, I would say to all mothers out there who know how difficult and how painful it can be for a mother to have small children without food and drink and watch them hungry and medicine and watch their children in sickness, to help out and make every mother's misery, relieve them of their misery and help them to keep their children safe and well.